Okay, part two to my field inspection. The environmental site assessment was a bust. So I drove an hour, got there, and it's an abandoned, I don't know, rehab center or something. So I'm looking around like, what is going on? It's already in a rural area. I live in Missouri. That's my first clue. But for some reason, I didn't think about this field inspection being what it turned out to be. Okay, here's the story time. So I showed up. It's abandoned. Like, it's off this rural road. Like, it is creepy, right? So I get there, no one's there. So I'm like, what is going on? And another reason why I stopped taking those assignments, notary appointments, this is field inspection, but for notary appointments, I stopped doing the rural areas, right? Because there's no Wi-Fi sometimes, reception that you can even get from a mobile spot. It took a while for it to even connect to my mobile spot. I'm trying to call people, and I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. So I sat there, and then I said, well, let me go down the street. Maybe they gave me the wrong address, but I didn't have a name in the order. I just had an address. And I had to verify the address because it wasn't on the building. Pet peeve. But there was some little sign, so I drove out, and then I actually saw a mailbox and confirmed that it was the right location. So I drove up the street, tried to sit there and try to connect again, still having trouble. I'm trying to text, call the rep, the person that assigned the order. Nobody answered, or it wasn't going through. And so I said, well, let me go back to that area and at least try to get my mobile spot going to make sure I have a good connection before I take off and call this a bust. So then I see a man with a white van, what the kids say, the kidnapper van, pulls up, and he pulls up on the other side of the property, which, again, I told you it was abandoned, right? And it's like a big property. So he starts walking towards me. So I'm looking like, okay, let me make sure I got my stuff, right? So I'm like, he's got to be the contact, which they never gave me the name. Mistake number 2 for me. So he walks up and says, sorry, I'm a little bit late. And I'm like, okay, and who are you? Like, he never introduced himself. He is not dressed like I thought someone that would be working here. Maybe he was maintenance. I don't know. But he just did not look the part. I'll just say that. And so I said, okay, didn't know this property was abandoned. He was like, yeah, that's how you're gonna get me. I said, okay, sir, thank you for letting me know. I have some calls to make. Basically, I'm saying, leave me alone. So he walks back over to the van. So I'm still trying to call, email, text, get somebody. So I finally got a person that, well, actually not even a person that gave me the order, someone in the office. And I said, hey, I'm at this location. It's an abandoned property, for one, and no one was here until now, and look at what time it is, and I am by myself, and this is a guy I'd never seen. He didn't introduce himself. He doesn't have a badge. He's in a white van, and I don't feel comfortable. Okay, stay tuned for part 3